So we are moving along with our event steadily and beautifully. Our next speaker is the CEO of Safe. Okay. So he's actually one of the most interesting voices in fintech. I've met him a few times. He's created some really, really amazing and profitable businesses for new technologies. I believe he's authored a total of 5 books at this point. I know it was 4 a while ago. I'm gonna have to ask him a moment. I think it's 5 books.
It's 5.
It's 5?
Yep.
Okay. 5 books already. They focus on mobile financial technology space. David has been a regular keynote speaker and panelist for a lot of industry conferences. This is not his first rodeo. He received an MBA from the University of Miami, I believe, and a BA from the college. He's a super, super impressive speaker, and I'm really looking forward to hear some really insightful words from David. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Mark. Can everybody hear me okay?
We can hear you beautifully. Take it away.
Excellent. All right, everyone. Thanks for having me. I hope I can live up to Mark's introduction there. I really wanted to focus in on exactly what it is that we think we can add to the design community's view of the world. I assume everybody can see my screen all right. So I want to start with what our company is all about. What's in our heart and soul. Start with the idea that the work that you do every day is changing people's lives. And it's changing, think about how it's changing their lives. People are engaging with products and services through the internet and through the good work that you guys do in a way that they couldn't before the internet existed and before good interfaces like the ones you design every day existed. We think that can be more. We think that a population of people can be bigger. We think that level of engagement can be a lot greater if we solve the problems of security and privacy without giving up convenience. And that's what I want to talk to you about, because that's exactly what we built at Safe and what we're about to deploy, and you guys are on the front edge of that. So let's talk about passwords. If you want to take a random visitor to a website and turn them into somebody that you can engage with, meaning you get their email address, you get some credentials from them that allows you to communicate back to them, hey, we're having a sale. Hey, here's a promotion. Hey, here's something that you may be interested in based on what you've done on our site before. You want to have that user set up an account. And the traditional way, of course, is a password. Passwords are bad. Passwords are bad because people forget them, they get frustrated, and the graphic I have up here right now is hackers can expose passwords. They can buy and sell stolen passwords, and they can check them at an alarming rate. And some of you more tech-savvy people on this call probably know that if you set up a simple hacking system with the right processors in a single desk, you can probably set up enough machinery or enough processing power to check about 1 million passwords a second. So you can go through a 10 million dictionary attack list in no time at all, never mind botnets and other types of scenarios. Passwords can easily be exposed. Your customer doesn't like that. They blame you or your website, the website you represent, if they lose control of their own account because somebody else stole or guessed their password. So what's the solution? Social sign-in, right? Sign in with Facebook, sign in with Google. So for a while, it looked like that was the solution. I don't need a new password. I can use my existing Facebook password. A third of the top 100,000 sites use social sign-in, and about 5 million sites besides. Problem is, nobody trusts these guys. Nobody trusts Facebook, and certainly nobody trusts Google, because this is actually, on the left side of your screen, that is a capture from their API, basically showing you all of the data that is sent to any third-party site that uses sign in with Facebook every single time that user signs in. So every time I sign in using sign with Facebook to moandlarrys.com, Facebook is refreshing all of this data about me, all of my personal information, the names of my friends, the keywords in my posts, everything. And at first, people didn't know that. Now that's more in the social consciousness. So 70% of people don't trust Facebook anymore, and that's a problem. So we solved that problem by, instead of using the traditional method, I enter my Facebook username and password, and I know my data is getting sold. We decided to create a button just like theirs. We call it the Safe button, or Safe Authenticator on our site. We ask you just for a username. There is no password field in our experience. And if we have time, I can show you a live demo of all this working. And that username pushes a notification out to that user's smartphone. Why? Because we designed it that way intentionally, because penetration of smartphones is up in the high 90% for most of the demographics right now. So So fundamentally, everybody's got a smartphone in their hand. So we meet people where they are. That push notification, all you have to do is tap it and you have logged into the website. There is no password. That authentication, Face ID, Touch ID that you do on your phone, Samsung fingerprint reader, that's all you need to actually get into the website. And then behind the scenes, we have multiple layers of security to make it solid and unimpeachable in terms of an authentication experience. Now, we have privacy tools that we're building that will allow you to proxy your user's email address, proxy the ability for a third-party site to send them a push notification. So we really lock down the concept of privacy, and we do it all in one app. And that makes us on the other side of the spectrum, the privacy from a Facebook or a Google. So we did a little, for those of you who like the statistics of around these types of ideas, 70% of people out there that we surveyed do not trust Facebook, like I was saying. The other 30%, I don't know what they're thinking. They clearly don't know what that company is all about. 57% of the people that we polled also use Facebook Connect. So we were curious, what percentage of the people don't trust Facebook but use it anyway? 47% of the people don't trust Facebook, but they use Facebook Connect to log into websites. That's bad because they've got a bad feeling about using a product every time they log into your brand, which is actually going to erode that user's trust in the brand that you're using. So signing in with Safe, 48% or 50% basically of every single one of these groups, based on our survey, is willing to try something different, a privacy product designed without a password intentionally, like Safe. I can certainly take you through a live demo if we have time, but fundamentally, if you want to get access to our SDK, I'd be happy to get that to you, or you can just go to our website, thesafe.io/contact, and you can request access to our SDK from there. And then it allows you to, in about 10 minutes, you can plug in, again, once we publish it, which we haven't yet, once we publish the SDK, you'll be able to install the Safe button in about 10 minutes. And if you've already installed Sign with Facebook or Google in some of your client sites, will be, a technology that a process that you've already been through, and it should be incredibly simple. So everybody, that's my presentation. Here's my contact information. I'd love to talk to anybody. Happy to answer any of your questions.
First and foremost, thank you so much. That was beautiful. Question: if people wanted to reach out to you directly, is that your direct contact on the bottom of the screen right there?
It is. That's my email, and that's also my phone number and extension.
People are asking, what does it cost, and does the API cost money?
It is absolutely free. We're doing that intentionally because, especially for small and medium-sized businesses, we want to make our money from the behemoths out there, those websites that have the 5 million, 10 million active users. It's going to be free for everybody else. So install it. It'll be free to you. It'll be free to your users.
Okay, I use some third party. I have a question here from one of the event users. I have some third-party apps to store the passwords in some kind of software with browser extensions. Does that also include in selling data?
We do. So two things there. We do not use browser extensions. We think that is the Achilles heel. All these password managers out there, LastPass, Dashlane, they rely on password extensions. So one, the browsers themselves are actually really making it tough for password extensions to exist anymore. In fact, they're being phased out. Google Chrome is really in the final stages of just cutting those out completely, which will leave those types of password managers in the lurch unless they're able to work with Google directly. So that's a very, very important piece. So by not relying on that, just you can use it. Any user can use it on any platform. Doesn't matter if they're on a laptop or a library computer. They can still log in and then log out safe. Did that answer the question?
That was actually very helpful. Yes. I am getting, this is cool, nice, this is huge. Thank you so much for speaking. And wow, you got a lot of comments. And a lot of, does it cost money? People really want to know if it costs money. It does not cost money. It is free.
It does not cost money. We want to make, we have a model where we're going to make our money just like everybody else does from the biggest of the corporations who want customized implementation, who want to have more governance, things like that. But if you just want to have an easy way for the user to register and to log in after they've registered, that's what we're here for. We want everybody to use it. And we're about to come out with this new SDK in about a week and a half. So we'd love to have you guys as our first users.
Okay, there you go, guys. Yes, for real, it is free. You should be the first users. You guys should 100% go to Safe and download it. All right. Thank you so much, David. We sincerely appreciate your time. And guys, you have his number. Take screenshots. David Schropfer, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, everybody.